we ask this dude if he knew? Someone's got to know.
Are you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you've already interrupted and slept through my lecture, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Alright, that's a real awkward conversation because he's already researching something for me. Alright, here we go.
Do you know what caprice encore means?
Caprice encore? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, bulls, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Alright. Later, bruh.
I'll be going.
Oh, do keep in touch.
If you acted pretty much insulted me, you want me to keep in touch? I don't think so. Alright, so now we know, so we should get the answer prompt now. No.
Yes? Who is it?
Wrong house. Never mind.
Fine, good day.
All right, but this is private.
Yes? Who is it?
Just let me in.
It's Father McLaughlin back again, don't you know?
Yes, Father. Come on in.
Let's go, bruh. Or, you're not a bruh. Never mind.
Please be seated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Do you mind if I ask you a few more questions, madam?
I'm gonna ask you that
If you
same
wish,
thing we asked
Father.
you before. There we go. Now we need to get an answer.
That caprice encore thing.
Do not continue to tease me, Father. You know what it means as well as I.
It means goat without horns.
Father, you surprised me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being. That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Which is what's been happening in the city so far.
Do you know anything about human sacrifice here in New Orleans?
Well, my great-grandma there could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans, but the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Who are the real voodoo queens?
Well, my great-grandma there told me that Laveau was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo enfant. That's what they call their temples, you know.
I'll just say her name
It's
already.
so secret. Most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Laveau, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Fuck is it?
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound for.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you bade me. But it's here in New Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear their drums at night, oh yes. That's why I'm so ill, I tell you, those drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there, I can tell you. I'll show you something. Something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
Here it is, mon père. A true object of evil if ever there was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I've always felt nervous about having it in the house.
I'll take it.
No evil influence and all.
I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Snatch and run, son.
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Even though its vibes aren't great, let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now let us pray.
There's no point in using that on the bracelet. There's no point in you. There's no point in you.
I think that's enough, Father.
Oh, right. Here you go.
Hey, I wasn't done with that, lady.
Can I see that snake bracelet again? I'm not sure the first blessing took, and I'd like to re-bless it.
All right. I do admire your thoroughness, Father. Here's the bracelet, Father.
Don't be rude this time, old lady.
Bless this
Beat you over his head
bracelet
with
of a
his brick.
snake. Even though its vibes aren't great, let it do nobody harm. When voodoo spirits, go away. Don't.
Alright. Shut up.
Gabriel has a thought about the clay.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She was only a front for the real evildoers, Father. And that's the truth about Marie Laveau.
Au revoir, madame.
Adieu, mon père.
Goat without horns. The voodoo murder victims are sacrifices, but the water food is sick. What the fuck is going on with this thing now? Mold.
It's a clay mold of Madame Cazaunoux' snake bracelet.
Okay, so we gotta make a... Gotta get plaster or whatever to stick in there and... form the thingy. Make a bracelet. Or metal or something. Liquid metal. Or some stupid stuff that I'm sure this game probably has you do. Alright. Oh, that'll just automatically take you to the map. I never clicked on that before. Okay. So what are we doing now?
May I help you? Ah, it's you. Ms. Gedde is not at home, sir.
Can you tell me where she is?
Damn it.
It's very important.
She's visiting her mother's grave, Mr. Knight. Something even you can't be tasteless enough to want to interrupt.
Stood mission, mother fast one. Alright, so I guess we gotta go to the cemetery. Alright. So I guess she's gonna be at the cemetery then. What's up, my brother?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Just walk up to him.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
Does this mean anything to you?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, son. Don't be showing that kind of thing to me. I'm an old man. I'm liable to just keel right over on you.
Sorry.
Oh, he's got a response.
Does this mean anything to you?
Sure, I see them marks all the time on the tombs. Don't know what they mean, though.
Well, a lot of help you are. It's worthless. Exit to Gedde Tomb. Okay, there we go. Sup, baby? Sup there, little tatas?
Malia?
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
Unnoticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else,
Don't go. I need to talk to you.
whatever for?
I can't stop thinking about you. I've been in your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me. I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both know we can't fight it. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations. My family is very traditional. You wouldn't understand.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I know you got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I've got a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See, I knew it. You're crazy about me too. Come by tonight, please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Someone like me?
Damn it.
What, because I'm white? The fuck? I think she's black. I don't know. Could have been a bad joke, but whatever. You people. Alright. Well, that didn't go very well.
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
They say it was part of an old religion from Africa, brought here by slaves.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Isn't it just awful, them finding those bodies with the voodoo things around them? I don't think there's any real voodoo going on. Somebody trying to cover their tracks is all.
It's quite possible.
What can you tell me about Narlands?
Seem like everyone wants to visit Narlands at least once in their lives. And they love the cemetery tours. I see tourists in here every day of the year.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? I see snakes around here all the time. Most of them aren't poisonous, of course. I don't mind snakes myself, but lots of folks are afraid of them.
Indiana Jones.
Do you have any idea what Capri Saint-Call means?
Nope, can't say that I do.
What else can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Her tomb's on all our tours. Even the Baptists come round here to gawk. Of course, you may not know this, but some of the real serious voodoo types argue that she ain't in this one at all. Down in the unmarked tomb in number 3. It's all the same to me, I say. Saved me a lot of cleanup work if she weren't here, if you ask me.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
I don't know nothing about that.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
Black voodoo? I've seen lots of voodoo markings in this cemetery. I've seen graves dug up and stuff you don't want to know about stolen from them. But voodoo? Black voodoo? Sounds like a devil of a distinction, if you ask me.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Different response. Alright, that's it. Get out of here. So what was the point of coming here and talking to her for?
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home.
That was
for the
important,
day.
going to the cemetery to talk to her? Just to get shot down? Oh, wait.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, I'm afraid St. George's is closed for the day.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see
Well,
the
here we
owner.
go.
Why don't you just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you
Don't,
stopped
Grace,
by.
don't be cock
Listen,
blocking.
if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me.
Yes, he will.
Is
Let's
he?
go.
Here?
I really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning...
Gracie, say goodnight.
Hey, get out of here, Grace. Take a hike. See you in the morning.
You came. I didn't think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Your eyes.
Alright, let's do it.
I could show you around a little. It's not much, but...
Please don't. I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Yeah, I know. God, what is it about you?
It's gotta be
Just
dreaming or
shut
something.
up and kiss me.
It's gotta be a dream. I didn't get to... That's it? I'm expecting a little something anyway. At least go in the bedroom or something, right? Well, she was really there. Go. So pick out the paper, Grace. Alright, well. At least we got a nut, I would assume. I like how everybody wears the same clothes every day. Even Grace wears the same clothes. Like, I can see Gabriel wearing the same, because he's poor and he don't give a shit, right? Why is the dude standing in the window? What the hell's that? Neither one of them comment about it.
You're not speaking to me this morning?
Don't be silly. I just have
It's
nothing to say.
awkward.
Have it your way. Have you noticed this guy outside?
Yeah, now they comment
Yeah,
on
he
it.
gives me the creeps. I wish he'd go away.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something. I checked the microfiche at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Okay.
Gabriel watches the man watching the shop. The newspaper clipping describes a ritualistic murder in Congo Square. It includes a rough sketch of a pattern found around the body. The sketch is very similar to the reconstructed Veve.
I don't know. I mean, this has something to do with the park. Like the middle pieces where the horse is and stuff. Like, I don't know. Tired of going to the park. Alright. I'll give her... Let's see if we can... No. We can give her this.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Your grandmother called. She said to remind you to stop by and go through your father's things.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually
Do you know
interesting.
anything about a secret voodoo houndfall?
In New Orleans?
I think so.
No, I don't, but it sounds dangerous. You're not gonna try to find this voodoo group yourself, are you?
Would I do that?
Okay.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside does not respond.
Get the hell out of here.
The figure outside. Time stated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He
Solved.
scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What case?
The voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were a result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good?
It's ridiculous. And what about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel, but if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation lest his eye fall on you, too.
Peachy.
Gabriel also spots an ad for Sam Springleton, a jeweler. Sam hangs out at the Napoleon House.
So we gotta go talk to Napoleon. Alright.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
More messages?
Do you have messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours.
Interesting. Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure, I'll give it to you when we're done talking.
Done talking. See you.
Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
Oh, look at her head. Her head was like not moving, but her body was. Alright, let's go and make that phone call. The animation was like kind of goofed.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
I don't know. That's the whole number? What kind of number is that?
I'm not calling Germany. That Wolfgang Ritter guy says he's a relative, but I've never heard of him.
What was the point of asking for the phone number then? What's the point of that? This guy's still out here? Alright. It's safe to leave? Am I gonna die? I don't know, let's save it. How do you save in this game? I forget. Alright. Alright, look at our notes here. Alright. Day 4, waking up from the greatest night of my life, thanks to Malia Gedde. This one is going to be the death of me, I hope. Alright, Grace is getting all indignant about it, but at least she's not quitting. Wow, so Grace outdid herself with just that Veve pattern I showed her yesterday. She dug up some info in an article about a murder back in 1810 with the same pattern as showed up at the crime scene. If that isn't suspicious, I don't know what is. Gran called this morning and wants me to stop by. Okay. The voodoo murders case has been closed. That's just insane. What is wrong with the people in charge? I've invested too much time into the book to let it all go like this. Gotta talk to Mosley. So I gotta go visit Mosley, visit Mom. Another day, another cryptic horoscope. I can't believe some people can actually believe that crap. Looks like Sam Springleton's doing some jewelry business again. I see him all the time at the Napoleon house. Maybe I'll drop by in later. I'll drop in later. Have a Pim's cup and take it easy. I'm not sure. Okay, this Wolfgang Ritter guy keeps calling, but he's saying he's a relative of mine. I think I have relatives in Germany. Graham would have mentioned it by now, but maybe I should do some sniffing around the family tree. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright, we'll go to the police station first. Unless this guy kills us.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
It's like... Alright, that's gotta be so damn awkward to have that dude standing there and then not, like, really react.
Knight, hate to tell you this, but you're out of a book. The voodoo murders case has been closed.
I had a feeling you were gonna say that. Son of a bitch. This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same M.O. 1810.
Better to broken sword?
They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? Or that they are a threat?
Sure, if there is a voodoo cult, they're a threat.
It's, if anything, there's, I don't feel like you're getting stuck as much, right? The other game, you kind of get stuck quite a bit. Alright, so what just happened?
That doesn't prove anything.
I just want you to look the number up. Tell me who this guy is.
That doesn't prove...
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? That's pretty good work, Knight, but that doesn't prove that this pattern is really connected to voodoo. That doesn't prove any...
That's really all we got, though, right? Let's talk
I have
to him.
to tell you, Bud, I'm pretty pissed off about this case being closed. You guys are making a big mistake.
Hey, I'm not any happier about it than you are, Knight, but I've got my orders.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
Look, the department's not interested.
So, couldn't you make them interested?
With what? I got 7 bodies and still no leads. The voodoo angle's worthless, and besides, these people aren't hurting anybody but out-of-town drug dealers and hitmen.
The voodoo stuff is not worthless. It's the key to the whole thing. And these people are dangerous. They need to be stopped.
Okay, you want me to reopen this case? Prove what you just said.
What do you mean?
You need to prove that there's a legitimate voodoo cult in Narland. Prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
I already told you. You still need to prove that there's a legitimate voodoo cult in Narland. Get me a lead on the cult.
Alright, so that's always going to be there until we get a lead. That's just a reminder thing. Okay. I thought it was going to be some other type of response.
Does the phrase caprice encore mean anything to you?
Hell no! Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough. You know, if you started carrying a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective.
Go to hell.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No? Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
What? What kind of comeback was that?
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Alright. What else we can do here? So we gotta find some evidence.
I'm gonna hit the road.
Oh.
Ciao, baby.
Alright. I guess we go to Granny's next. You really gotta walk out, dude. Just thank you. Forgot I can just click that. Where's Granny at? Napoleon. Oh, we gotta go there too. Where's Granny's house? Right there. Right there. This kind of reminds me of Kathy Rain a little.
Gabriel, I'm so glad you stopped by.
Oh, sorry it's been a while, Grandma.
Is that
Not at all. Give me a kiss.
the lamp down here in the lower right corner? When it looked like, I thought it was a bowl at first.
Now come on, sit down. Tell me how you're doing.
Because the dialogue thing was there, the window. Couldn't see that it's a lamp. I thought it was a bowl. But it's a oil lamp.
Gabriel is sentimental enough without dragging those photos into it. Mostly pictures of Gabriel, his dad, and Harrison Knight. Grandmother Knight rarely uses the fireplace these days. Too much of a hassle to clean.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
1810? Goodness, Gabriel, I'm not that old.
When I was a little kid, I used to think my mom knew Betsy Ross, the lady who made the United States flag. My mom always throws it in my face to this day.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
So why are we here? What the fuck? Show her the death thing.
Gabriel doesn't want to
No. Why not?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry, no.
Alright, let's just talk to her. Excuse me.
How have you been, Gran?
Just fine, dear. I'm sorry I bothered you at work, but, I was hoping you'd get a chance to go through your father's things in the attic.
Don't be silly. You can call me anytime. What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? What an odd question, Gabriel. Of course, you always were interested in monster
think the old
movies
lady
and
would
all
have
that
asked that when he was dressed as the
stuff.
priest.
You get that from your father and granddad. I don't know anything about it, dear. Of course, it was very big in New Orleans at one time, but you don't hear so much about it these days. Too much else in the world to worry about, I guess.
What can you tell me about the voodoo murders?
Oh, Gabriel, nothing. And I don't want to. I sometimes wonder what this world is coming to.
2024, it's even worse, old lady.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
Nolans is very southern, of course, though not as much as it used to be when I was a girl. It's gotten much more influenced by the East Coast and that California stuff. Still, it hasn't changed as much as other places, I reckon. We've always been happy here.
Where did I come up with that idea? I don't know.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
Guess from just
My
history class or
goodness, Ball,
something.
you
I
lived
don't,
here all
I don't
your
know.
life, just like me. I can't tell you much that you don't already know.
Probably because my mother back in the day used to knit a lot. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But I honestly I don't have an answer for that, to that question. Maybe next time I'll ask her that. Maybe she might remember why. I don't know.
Have you ever heard of Marie Laveau?
Marie Laveau. Oh, of course.
I think because like when I
She was
first
that voodoo woman, wasn't she? She preyed on people's fears and superstitions, is what I think. There are always those willing to take other people's money for nothing. You stay away from people like that, Gabriel.
Yes, Gran.
I was gonna say, I think because when I was first learning history, maybe I was too young to comprehend the fact that this was like hundreds of years ago, you know what I mean? Instead of just like 20 years ago. I don't know. It's a good question though. I'm kind of curious why I thought that.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? What kind of snakes, dear?
Oh, I don't know, local kinds.
Well, we used to get cottonmouths in the park when I was a girl, but I haven't heard of one being sighted for years. Milk snakes and garter snakes are also around these parts, but they can't hurt you.
Thanks, Gran. Do you know anything about animal masks?
Why, no, dear. Do you mean Mardi Gras masks?
Never mind, Gran. Can you tell me anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
Gabriel, my goodness. What are you up to these days?
Oh, nothing, Gran, really.
You'd better not be. You know you're the only family I have left.
I know, Gran. It's okay. Do you know anything about black voodoo?
That he has about black
I don't know
voodoo.
much about any kind of voodoo, Gabriel.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing. How about black voodoo?
Does the phrase Cabri Sanko mean anything to you?
Something without something, I think. Oh, my French is so rusty, I swear my mind is going.
No, it's okay. Thanks. Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
What, dear?
Never mind. Have you ever heard of Damballa?
What, dear?
Never mind. You know, you get prettier every time I see you.
Oh, you.
Tell me about our family.
Who would you like to hear about? Your granddad, your father, or your mother?
All of them.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America when he was 21. He walked his way through school, met and married me, and we had your father, Philip.
I didn't think you would know all this stuff already.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad supported me and your father with bookkeeping. Oh, I tell you what, though, he hated every minute of it. Didn't really like bookkeeping one bit. Maybe that was why he had the worst luck with jobs. Oh, the nights he'd come home afraid to tell me he lost another. And I'd tell him it didn't matter to me, but he felt ashamed, Gabriel.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Harrison was only 36 when he died. Your father was 8 years old at the time. Your granddad was hit by a streetcar in the business district. It took me nearly a year to believe he was really gone.
I'm sorry, Gran.
Oh, I know you are, dear.
Tell me something about Granddad.
Did you know that your granddad was a poet? He was. He wrote the most beautiful poetry for me when we were courting. I always thought he should have done something with that gift, but he was such a practical man, didn't believe in chasing after dreams.
Tell me about my father.
Your father was my only child. How we adored him.
Tell me about my father.
Philip suffered from terrible nightmares, just like your granddad did. Oh, they were two peas in a pod.
Just like the ones he gets, too.
Tell me about my father.
When Philip met your mother, oh, it was love at first sight. They were married 2 weeks later. Never looked at a girl seriously until then, and he looked at plenty. You have your father's way with women, Gabriel. And your granddad's.
Tell me about my father.
I wanted to just lay down and die when he and your mother were killed in that car crash when you were only 8. It was the thought of taking care of you that kept me going, Gabriel. The police say your father swerved off the road after being frightened by something. Perhaps a deer in the road, or a wildcat.
So, his grandfather passed away when his dad was 8. His parents passed away when he was 8.
Tell me about my father.
Your granddad wanted Philip to have a normal life. He was obsessed by that thought. He pushed Philip to go to law school, but Philip was driven to art. He painted almost in a daze. He would get so inside himself when he worked.
Tell me about my father.
He always hated that it was Margaret's money that supported the 3 of you when his painting couldn't. I kept telling him, try something more cheerful, like a landscape or 2, but he couldn't do it. His work was just too dark and disturbing for the public, you know.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother was Margaret Templeton when your father met her. She came from a very wealthy Creole family in New Orleans. She was beautiful and reckless. She was madly in love with your father, of course, but I also think she liked to find her family. Since you're so interested in family history these days, why don't you go by St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 and visit the family tomb? It would be such a sweet gesture.
It's just past the Ross tomb, right? Oh, maybe I will.
Okay.
Tell me about my mother.
Your mother's family refused to give her money after the marriage. All she had left was a modest trust fund from her great-aunt, who happened to like Philip. The remainder of your mother's trust fund became yours when she died. That's what you used to open your bookshop.
Again, that's something he would know.
Tell me about my mother.
We wouldn't, but
The
he would.
Templetons are all gone now. Every last one of them. Oh, they never wanted anything to do with us, of course. What a waste.
Have you baked any of your incredible molasses pies lately?
No, dear. But you let me know when you want some and I'll whip up a half a dozen.
Didn't we just ask? What the fuck?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, dear.
Can we get up? No.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
You've lost weight. Are you courting a new man?
Oh, Gabriel, don't be silly. You know there'll never be anyone but your granddad for me.
Your hair looks very pretty today, Gran.
Well, thank you, dear. So does... Well, you've always had such nice, thick hair, Gabriel.
Why does nobody like his mullet?
You know, I always tell
not really a
people that
mullet,
my
but-
Gran is the prettiest grand old belle in the city.
Oh, dear. You shouldn't talk so.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Surely you have something more interesting to talk about.
I do, actually.
Oh,
But
come on, Gran.
Oh, all right, dear. What do you want to hear?
Christ. Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, dear.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, dear.
Steal Granny's knitting? How low can you get? Gabriel doesn't knit? Okay, so Gran did teach him once, but he hasn't done it in years.
Guess that was supposed to be funny.
Granny's knitting basket might make an excellent hiding place, but only if she wasn't poking her nose in it every 5 minutes.
I'm gonna go up to the attic, Gran.
Be careful of the dust.
I think I'll leave that up here.
Why, it's got boobies on it.
I think I'll leave that up here. Yeah, it looks pretty heavy. There's a lot of Granddad's old stuff in here. Might be something interesting.
A bundle of letters. Love letters between Harrison and Rebecca. More of Harrison Knight's German books.
Just what I need.
Fuck is that? What does that accomplish?
What's this? It's some sort of key.
Some old clothes, including a pair of leather shorts.
Aren't those called lederhosen?
Is it that stuff that Irish people wear? Green cap. I assume that's what that is. So all we need to do is come up here for the key. Alright.
It's an antique clock key, most commonly used to wind antique clocks.
Well, there's a clock downstairs, but maybe it's this one.
There's an interesting design in the base of the clock. Nothing happens.
Oh, you can move it. No, so this is a puzzle. Okay.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh man, you can move these two. Fuck. What the hell are you supposed to do with this? I guess whatever you do up here unlocks this down here. That's my guess. I have no idea what to do with this stuff.
Nothing happens.
I think I'll leave that up here. I think I'll leave that up here.
Why are the ornaments even plugged in? Using up electricity for no reason. The fuck?
Golf was never my game. I'm not sure what my game was, but it wasn't golf. It's Granddaddy's old golf.
It's a lady's hat from the 1920s.
And from Grand's Virginia Woolf period.
Gabriel has seen these ornaments every year at Christmas for as long as he can remember.
Apparently.
It's an old dress dummy that Gran had in her sewing room years ago.
My first impression of the female form.
Means he waxed on, waxed off to the sewing form. I hear you. I hear you.
Do I really look that desperate?
Do what
The
you gotta
sheet-covered
do.
upholstered rocker used to be in Gabriel's nursery.
I think I'll leave that up here. There's nothing I want in there.
I mean, I didn't even look in it.
That box of knickknacks has been up here for at least 5 years.
I think I'll leave that up. I think I'll leave that. I think I'll leave that up. I think I'll leave that up.
So how are we gonna get inside the clock? Let's see if she knows anything about the clock, I guess.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Nope.
Oh, nothing.
Shit.
Never mind.
All right, dear.
I'm gonna go up to the attic again.
Enjoy yourself, dear.
An elaborate mechanical clock.
All right. Come on. Windows. I want to open up a notepad. Thank you. Okay. So what do we have here? We have a noose, a dragon, Guess that's a knife or sword. I mean, this looks like the sun, but this could also be the sun. I don't know. Let's put sun with face. I don't know. Angel, I guess. And then just sun with no face. Okay. Gabriel. Wait, aren't I just saved here? Save as... Saved on the desktop. Oh, okay, put it over there. Alright. Alright. Wrote those down. I'm not sure how that helps, but there's got to be some clues around to whatever's going on with this clock, I would think. Alright, let's get out of here. I have no idea what to do with that. So we have a noose, a dragon. Nothing with this
Granny
one, right?
doesn't like anyone messing with her clock, including Gabriel. That clock has been in the Wright family, Granny's family, for centuries.
Knife, sword, angel. I don't see anything in this house. Alright, I guess let's get out of here.
Well, Gran, I'd better get going.
Take it easy on those women out there, will you, Gabe?
Women? You're my only girl, Gran.
So where are we gonna get... Alright, let's... It's been a while since I visited the family tomb. Alright, let's go to the family tomb. Maybe there'll be something there.
The marble denizen.
How do you navigate this area? Wait, what's that say? Exit the tomb. That's whatever.
Someone has left a small vase by the Wright family tomb.
Not sure who else comes here besides me and Gran, but that was nice of them.
The marker reads, Philip Knight.
Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb. The marker reads, Margaret Templeton Knight.
My mother. Miss you, Mom.
DeMarco reads, Harrison Knight.
Granddaddy. How's it going, Granddaddy? Oh, shoot. Huh. Looks like someone left something in that vase.
Looks like it's my lucky day.
Okay.
$20. It's not much, but it's a start. Gabriel doesn't...
Gran talks a lot about you, Harley.
DeMarco reads, Harley Wright.
Gran's sister. She died young.
DeMarco reads, Franklin Wright.
These are Gran's folks. I never knew them. Hi. I'm Rebecca's grandson.
Much as when they were alive, the Wright elders give no response. DeMarco reads, Merrill Planter Wright.
These are Gran's folks. I never knew them. Hi. I'm Rebecca's grandson.
Much as when they were alive, the Wright elders give no response.
So what's the point of coming here?
The Wright family tomb.
Just for the $20?
Several of Gabriel and Gran's family members are laid to rest here. If Gabriel wants to address his ancestors, he should choose a specific plaque. A statue of a small child clings to a cross atop the Wright tomb. The marble residents of this city of the dead say nothing. A wrought iron fence surrounds this tomb.
I hope that's to keep people out.
An odd monument highlights one gravesite. It looks vaguely reptilian. The marble residents of this city of the dead say nothing. This family tomb bears the inscription, Rest in Peace, and the name Fullermill. Gabriel doesn't care to communicate with the inhabitants.
Okay.
The marble and granite tombs are quite heavy. This above-ground tomb is only large enough to accommodate one resident. Gabriel doesn't care to... The marble and granite tomb.
So is it just come here for $20? Guess it's so we can buy stuff from the drugstore eventually.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
$20 don't mean anything to you, huh? Maybe there's a little bit of good luck left in Knight family after all. I found $20 of vase outside the family tomb. Now isn't that something? Did you buy the crocodile mask? No. Didn't know we needed to. Did you talk to Brand about her family? And yeah, but did you help Sam win his game? Did you show Crash the bracelet? What bracelet? I mean, you make the bracelet yet. Who's Sam? That's a cop. Crocodile mask? I see. I exhausted the dialogue with her though.
To get the mask, Gabriel would have to buy it.
I won't be able to bargain with just a $20 bill.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
I found out what Caprice and Call means. How did you know about human sacrifice?
I never said them words, monsieur. You must have heard them from someone else.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo houndfall?
There's no such thing. Not around here.
Would you take 50 for Willie Jr.?
Don't insult me, monsieur.
What is Willie
the price
Jr.?
Is $120.
Is that the man? Is that the
What?
crocodile mask?
You said you'd sell it for 100 before.
You misheard, monsieur. The price was always 120.
The mask appears to be made from a real crocodile head.
I don't remember what Willie Jr. I guess that's the crocodile mask. So we need $120. If that's what that is. Well, useless being here.
Could you look at this bracelet mold and tell me if you've ever seen anything like it before?
No, man. I don't know nothing about that.
No, I don't get any options like that with him. I don't know about anywhere else. Let's go back to this museum.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
Well, shit. Fucking eyes. Eyes are getting dry. Alright, what are these things again? A noose? Let's just see if there's anything in here. A noose, a dragon. Knife, let's see.
That knife looks familiar. Probably from Hartridge's slides.
What did he call it? Kabasa?
Gabriel doesn't want anything to... That doesn't seem to work that way.